Guys, I am thankful. This Easter weekend, okay? Because Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez has been declared as one of the most least effective members of Congress, okay? A study found that AOC gets nothing done. And guys, this is no surprise to me, okay? Because like I've been telling you guys, AOC is a master with social media and PR, but she is not an effective legislator, okay? She is not Nancy Pelosi, okay? And I'm not even trying to really give Nancy Pelosi credit, but I'm just saying, right? That's the difference, okay? And there was a study that basically confirmed what I've been trying to tell you guys, right? That she's all talk, no action. And quite honestly, the progressives are also starting to catch on to this game of AOC being the all talk, do nothing politician. Let's read a little bit more here. She is the queen of Twitter, but less successful at lawmaking. Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez was among the least effective members of the last Congress, according to a new survey from the nonpartisan Center of Effective Lawmaking, a joint project of Vanderbilt University and the University of Virginia. AOC introduced a total of 21 bills, which the center defined as substantive. But that is where the story ends. Her legislation received no action in committees, no floor votes, and none ever became law, according to the center, which takes its data from Congress.gov. Quote, she introduced a lot of bills, but she was not successful at having them receive any sort of action in committee or beyond committee. And if they can't get through committee, they can't pass the House. Alan Wiseman, a Vanderbilt political scientist and co-director of the center, told the Post. It is clear that she was trying to get her legislative agenda moving and engage with the lawmaking process, Wiseman added. But she wasn't as successful as some other members were, even among other freshmen, at getting people to pay attention to her legislation. Oh, wow. Very surprising. She's good at getting people to pay attention to her tweets, but she's not good at getting people to actually pay attention to what matters, which is the legislation. Again, all talk, okay? Can't get nothing moving in Congress. When looking at the legislative effectiveness of all congressional Democrats, AOC was ranked 230 out of 240 Democrats. Among the 19 Dem lawmakers from New York, she was ranked dead last. AOC is the worst policymaker, not only in Washington, or one of the worst, right? I mean, 230 out of 240, bro, you're just not in the game, okay? But she was ranked last in New York. She is the worst policymaker in her own state, okay? Like I said, God, I'm thankful, okay, that AOC is so ineffective, okay? Among the bills that died at birth were a federal overhaul of public housing, a ban on fracking, and a mandate to provide full federal public benefits to illegal aliens. AOC introduced a bill to provide government funds, taxpayer dollars, to illegal immigrants. And her constituency voted her back into office after she tried to take their money and give it to people who are not Americans. Oh my God, man. You can't make this stuff up. It's unbelievable. Democratic House insiders said many of Ocasio-Cortez's colleagues found her approach alienating. Quote, tweeting is easy. Governing is hard. You need to have friends. You need to understand the committee process. You need to be willing to make sacrifices, said one. Her first day in Congress, she decided to protest outside of Nancy Pelosi's office. A second Democratic insider who worked with her in the New York delegation added that legislation was never her focus. It was media and narrative. Ooh wee! Across the aisle, Representative Nicole Malatakis told the Post her ludicrous policy ideas would destroy our country. Americans should be thankful she's not effective. I'm very thankful. I'm thankful. Okay? As a current freshman, Malatakis does not appear on the list. Reps for Ocasio-Cortez did not immediately respond to a request for comment from the Post. Fellow Democratic Socialist Squad members fared better than AOC. Representative Ilhan Omar sponsored 33 bills that also went nowhere, earning her 214th place, and Representative Rashida Tlaib saw 3 of her substantial bills advance into committee, with one ultimately becoming law. She ranked 92nd. Things weren't much better over in the Senate, where Kristen Gillibrand clocked in at 39 out of 45, with none of her substantial bills she proposed becoming law. Chuck Schumer landed at 33, though Wiseman stressed that polls in leadership positions often fared poorly, as their jobs required them to assist other members with their initiatives. It wasn't all gloom and doom for the Empire State, which benefited from a large bench of lefty warhorses with clout in the chamber. All right, so basically, the rest of the squad didn't do that much better, except Rashida Tlaib, right? She did all right. Okay, at least she was in the top half. But guys, like I said, this just goes to show why AOC is irrelevant. Okay, and I know that a lot of right-wing pundits like talking about her because, I mean, it's easy. She's just easy, right, to talk about, right? Because she says a lot of crazy things. And, you know, it's just convenient, right? When you try to put out content, right? To go out to AOC. But the reality situation is, like, really what she says does not actually matter, right? It does not actually matter because she's an ineffective lawmaker, right? It's all about media. It's all about narrative. And don't get me wrong, that in and of itself can drive policy, right? She's not completely ineffective in the sense that, you know, she has no effect on anything. But, you know, when it comes to the actual legislation, she's introducing bills that have no chance of going anywhere, right? She does not understand how to be bipartisan, right? She doesn't understand how to be bipartisan. When you can't grasp the concept of working together with people that don't agree with you on everything, that's how you go nowhere, right? And that's AOC's biggest Achilles heel, right? She's so far left on her policies that she thinks that she does not have to work with anybody else, or that she shouldn't work with anybody that's not ideologically aligned with her, right? Same thing when it came to, you know, Ted Cruz offering to, you know, work on the GameStop thing situation. She was like, nah, I don't work with Ted Cruz, right? He's a murderer, right? That's what she said. And again, that type of mindset, that type of thinking is going to get you nowhere in Congress. It's just not. You have to be able to work with people. You have to be able to work with people on the other side. But I will say this, guys. I am afraid that the squad on the right, right, the Lauren Boeberts, the Madison Cawthorns, the MGTs of the world are going to fall into the same trap, right? I am afraid that, you know, they may end up like AOC in the sense that they're doing a lot of talking, right? But they're not necessarily being effective legislators. Now, obviously, they're freshmen. They just got in. I'm giving them a chance. I'm just saying, guys, like, we're not electing these people to go to Congress to talk on social media, right? I understand fighting the culture war. I understand that, right? But these people need to be trying to pass some policy. Now, MTG, she did introduce a bill to fire Fauci, right? And I think she introduced a bill to impeach Biden on the first day. Obviously, those bills are going nowhere, right? She's just doing that for attention. But, you know, the thing is that moving forward, you know, I would like to see those young freshmen learn from people like AOC. I don't want them to become AOCs. I want them to be effective legislators because that's what they was voted in to do, right? And I'm not trying to really criticize them. I'm just saying this is a warning. This is a lesson that, you know, again, you can talk big game on social media, but if you're not doing anything in Congress, then what your talk means nothing. Okay? And I think on the right, we have to be careful that we don't fall into the trap of ending up with a bunch of AOCs. That's all I'm saying, right? So, again, I am thankful that AOC is an ineffective legislator because her ideas are cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and this study was fun to read how much of a failure she's been, and let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.